ingredients in all of our receivers.
That's right, yes. No, nobody's tampering. Scott Smith then will start on the pole position with alongside TH Courses Harrison Crook, Tyler Kelsey and Sean Rudge are the drivers on row 2. We get a chance to chat to Sean Rudge, who was repairing his fiberglass seat.
Why would that be?
In the paddock show.
I wonder how he broke that.
Yeah,
or
he
scraped it away.
CRG's Nathan Schaefer on row 3 with alongside Will Murdoch, who was here with the LRG team for the first time. Will, a driver who's been doing some Super 1 racing, I believe. Joshua Pickford and Alfie Anderson on row 4. We've got Zach Fontenot and Dennis Treziak. Billy Clark and Will Milner on row 6. Steve Thompson and Cole Edwards row 7. Marcus Basley and Ollie Hancock share row 8. Chris Abraham and Dave Nolan are on row 9. Dan Millward and Archie Elliott on row 10. Championship leader Ryan Taylor-Truman on row 11. Keep an eye on him moving through the order on his Sodi car. Ben Hitch alongside. Row 12 is Toby Case and Kieran Thompson. Josh Howard, and welcome back to Zach Bolton, his fan club tuning in. Hello,
fantastic.
Grant. Hello, Grant. I know you're a big fan of Karting Live TV's coverage of Zach's racing. Row 14 is George Walker and Max Williamson. Daniel Hammett and Jake Davis on row 15. And then rounding off a 32 kart field is Matthew Lear and Thomas Birchard.
Do you think it's the extra 15 kilograms that no one spun coming out? Just a mechanical grip.
That's good observation, Nick. Good observation. That might be the case. Yeah, that might be the case. We've got the field being led around by Scott Smith and Harrison Crook. They're the two drivers at the front of the field. The pace is being dictated, however, by the number 38, that white cart there of Scott Smith. He's the driver that dictates the pace as they come through. The right-hander is the old pit bend. They miss out the Nouvelle chicane, as we've named it. And here we go. We should get this underway. And we are indeed off to oblivion. Into the left-hander. And we've got carts off left, right and centre.
And that's not... off so many carts, doesn't make the picture go jerky.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was our receiver being shaken to death.
No, well,
we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cart train now. Down through increments and towards the right-hander at Ashby's. It's a tricky corner, Ashby's, Nick, because it's off camber. That's Nathan Schaefer in that orange cart in third. Our leader, though, Scott Smith. Harrison Crook second. Then we've got Nathan Schaefer, and I think that's Tyler Kelsey in fourth place now. He's been demoted somewhat into the boot for the first time under race conditions. And Scott Smith leading. I'm not going to say comfortable.
Well, you're not
comfortably. You're not comfortable over that curve for sure.
Some people take a bit more side than you need to. Smith in the all-white cart, not because he hasn't got any sponsors or doesn't like a sticker kit, because he probably wants to save a little bit of weight. Half a kilogram, isn't it? Half a kilogram of sticker kit, isn't it?
Nathan Schaefer looking like he's about to challenge Harrison Crook. Now, Harrison Crook is second in the championship currently. Second in the championship on dropped scores so far after 3 rounds. Here we are, first round of the Northern Cup part of the 2024 season. 4th round of the overall championship for the National Kart Cup. And Schaefer now, having been right on the bumper of Crook, has fallen back. Crook there with the blue and white overalls.
He's not fallen back by very much.
No, he's not. He's still there, isn't he? And I think he's actually a little bit quicker. Now the tyres begin to come into play. Tyres heat up a little bit quicker on these heavier carts. And Schaefer, he was right with Crook, and he looks down the inside on the brakes there into the braking area. And the CRG dealer on that orange and black cart into second place. Now then, Nick, the question is, can he pull away from Harrison Crook and draw in Scott Smith?
At the moment appears to be probably, but I think the interesting thing about Crook is you don't know how Crook's tuned the car. He's not looking like he's quite got the ground speed he needs.
Well, surprisingly, Nick, because Harrison Crook has been the quickest in all the free practice sessions so far this weekend. And now, the first time, and he's looking down towards his engine.
Well, that was a radiator adjustment, but he lost time doing it. So is the engine not running quite cleanly?
I'm not sure that was a radiator adjustment.
No, he's still looking. He's looking again. Yeah, he's looking down.
That's not a radiator adjustment, Nick. That's something on the carb. He's not happy with the power coming out of that engine.
And he looks... Yeah, that's not great. he's got. But what he's got to do now is survive and get the maximum possible points he can. This is his front of the grid start.
You see how he adjusted the radiator flap there? He didn't even need to look at it. Whereas before he was looking down at what he was doing, and I'm not sure what that problem could be. It's got to be down in the carb area or the airbox area. That's the only thing down there.
They got easily adjustable carb settings like they used to have.
No.
They used to be quite easy to change, didn't it?
Yeah. On the and we talk about that in the paddock show to one of our TKM drivers.
Yeah, look at that. Up the inside goes the 56.
He's down on power, isn't he?
He's down on power, but he's obviously trying to use all the intelligence he can to stay ahead because he knows that he can fix it when he gets back to the paddock. But these are points that are disappearing.
Now he's not down on power top end wise. Because that would have come into play.
It's bogging, isn't it?
He's down on power, punching out of the very slow chicane complex here.
And again, look at that, gone. See?
Yeah, punching out
nothing coming out the corner. That
must
be so sickening.
Well, it is, because you saw how he threw the kart into oblivion and crook just to keep himself ahead of Joshua Pickford.
He's certainly not short of top speed, is he?
No.
He's gaining. Through there on Pickford, but Pickford now...
This is where he'll pull away. Pickford on the white-nosed kart there will just edge away from Harrison. Look at that. Oh. He's lifting himself up. He's definitely down on the power. And he's having to nurse that kart home now.
Actually, interestingly, this actually is we've hit our third race. We've got an interesting technical issue, but as far as racing is concerned, they're really, really spread out. It's a 1.2 second lead for Smith and Chafer. Chafer's then got another 3 seconds over Pickford. Pickford, we can see, is pulling away from Crook just to the speed split. Now, Ryan Taylor-Truman, who would obviously want to take advantage of Crook's issues, is back another 1.9 seconds. And it's Zach Fontenot. And I think, in fact, is Fontenot in a battle? I think he is, yes. So we're going to need to come underneath you, Ash. You need to drop back about 3, and there's 2 of them fighting coming around the top corner now. So just let this one roll.
Guess who he's been pressured by?
And it's these 3. Oh, it's 3 now. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Led by the green and red machine, 252 with a white helmet. That's Zach Fontenot.
That's Ollie Hancock there. Fontenot on the green and red card. Ollie Hancock right on his tail, and behind Ollie is Archie Elliott. And Hancock through in textbook fashion at Christmas corner. Here comes Elliott though. Archie Elliott, he wants some of it as well, and down the inside he goes at Ashby's.
Fontenot lost 2 in the course of about 4 corners, but he's not given up now. Looking up the inside, going to Chapman. No, going the outside, left, right. That's not the fastest route the 54 of Archie Elliott has taken, but it will keep Fontenot back for a while. This is the battle for 6, 7 and 8.
It's the usual. Now that I've gotten by you, I'm going to tap my engine for you to support me in catching the kart in front. And Ollie Hancock leads out of the chicane. It'll be 7 laps completed for these drivers. Ryan Taylor-Truman, by the way, has come up the order and is now in 5th, and he was down in 21st place.
Wow.
So Ryan Taylor-Truman now catching Harrison Crook, the driver that's nursing that kart home.
He's only half a second behind Pickford. He's half a second behind Pickford lap, so he's not lost anything in the last lap. So he's, as all good drivers, he will begin to drive around the problem and minimise it. He'll work out a slightly different line just to reduce his minimum speed. It's not necessarily the best way of doing it, but take a wider line and try and get the kart effectively on the cam effectively. Good move there.
Yeah, the 54 of Archie Elliott down the inside of Ollie Hancock and up and into 5th place there as they cross the line to complete 8 laps.
And it's 4 behind. Let's talk about the 4 behind them. Led again by Fontenot in the green and red.
Only that, isn't it? Here they come then towards Christmas, and they're still battling, and a little bit of a nudge there, not hard enough to demount the front nose. The front nose, there's the first one.
Hey.
The nose cone on the 42, but Zach Fontenot now knows that Steve Thompson is there. As they went into the braking at Christmas, he had a massive nudge, flicking the kart sideways. Let's see if the number 42 of Steve Thompson can get by and down the inside into the boot. And that was pretty clean, wasn't it? That was like, he made that look so easy. Yeah, 40 seconds on the clock.
Fontenot's a bit of a cork in the bottle here and a bit of a sitting duck. He's got Ben Hitch behind him next. When you come up to Christmas, I think he's going to lose a few more positions. It's just one of those, it's not quite working for Fontenot at the moment. Managed to hold back that one through. He's now going to Inkerman. And then they're going to turn downhill to the shop. And Ashby in another position goes. It is indeed Hitch who gets past Fontenot. Still Smith leading out.
I'm just keeping a wary eye on the lead battle because Scott Smith, who still leads coming out of the chicane now to complete 10 laps, he's got Nathan Schaefer closing down. It went from almost 0.8 of a second. It's about half a second now.
We'll pick up our leaders with Frank. They're coming towards you in a second. First, 38, second 99. And we'll pick them up with Frank any second now and see how they're going. They're coming near him now. There they are, going back down towards Ashby.
Yeah, he's Nathan Schaefer on the orange and black CRG, catching the all-white liveried Scott Smith.
And it's another lap. This is the last lap. I thought it was the last lap. There's one more after this.
No, there's one more. They just crossed the line with a few seconds, Nick. So Scott Smith has driven quite a dramatic race. He started on the pole and has hung on to that lead in fine style. He's aware that Nathan Schaefer is there. Nathan just flicks that rear axle up higher than I've seen anyone flick it up. And on to the final lap then.
Sweeping round now up towards Christmas. Went down to 0.5, so he must have been a couple of tenths faster, Schaefer, that time. Yeah, he needed more than a couple of tenths, and he did seem to gain a little bit under braking. That's obviously the image you get as, you know, the slower you go, the shorter time distance is. You know,
he's now got back markers. The blue flag was being waved there for the back markers, but you can see the gap now. We don't really need a stopwatch. And are those back markers going to come into play for the lead of this 177 heat? They're already going to be. Oh, now the back marker's fully aware. Grid driving. Oh,
he wasn't.
Almost unaware that Nathan Schaefer was there. He's got to hang on to this, Nick, surely. Scott Smith will take the heat win.
Well, good move. This is the road awareness replay.
He waves the leader through and then tries to take his line, but there's Nathan Schaefer. Oh, that was a shock there.
That was close to an accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
it's like me at roundabouts, always close to an accident.
Scott Smith takes the first heat for the 177 class from the pole position. Nathan Schaefer on the CRG takes second. Joshua Pickford takes third. Harrison Crook hanging on to fourth in very, very fine style. Just hanging on to that with only 0.2 of a second behind him is current championship leader and Southern Cup holder Ryan Taylor-Truman in fifth. Sixth was Archie Elliott. The first of the Masters was our mate Ollie Hancock. Steve Thompson second in the Masters and 8th overall. Ben Hitch third in the Masters and 9th overall. And it was Will Milner who rounds off the top 10. We've got the rest of the finishers there on the timing board. That is the way that the rest of the field finished. And now...
Very slow in-laps going on there. Seems like they're trying to save fuel.
Penultimate heat of the afternoon.
Already?
Yeah, 2 more to go.
So we have now coming up Junior Rotax Heat 2?
Yeah, the second heat for Junior Rotax. Not everyone's second heat, I'll have you. We've got such an amount that we have to split them into groups.
Well, we've actually got, in total, 7 heats of Junior Rotax over the course of today and tomorrow. And, of course, no one takes part in more than 3. So
yeah, that's right. So, what are you laughing at?
Frank has sent a message. It's rather amusing. I can't repeat it.
Okay. I see. I gathered
that. And this week's complaint queue is just 3 people. So obviously less problems with the senior race than the the juniors.
So Junior Rotax, as we collect a few karts that had been abandoned. That was from the 162 class. That has been now recovered at the pits.
They parked it off early to get the thing underway.
Let's have a look at the grid for the second of our Junior Rotax class. Jimmy Kirkbride will